So far we put together Iron Man's head, his hand, his foot, his arc reactor, and for some reason an elbow. But today's the big one, and I mean big. It's really big. And the reason is because this package contains 4 stages and a very big surprise that I didn't think honestly I was getting. So get ready, this is your Geek Fix. So far we've received 3 packages. The first 2 were consisting of phases 1, 2, and then 3 through 6. And today we have 4 more stages in this big box, plus it comes with something else that's pretty special. So let's check it out. So inside this one, we have our 4 magazines, stages 7 through 10, and behind that, I have each of my bags with my parts, and then underneath this paper, we've got this first special gift. I've actually got the free gifts, so that means maybe I'll get some of the other ones as well. So let's open this up and check it out. As you can see, it's wrapped in plastic and has that big box, I think, to keep this from getting scrunched up or bent. This big thing on the outside is actually just a big folder that it's inside of. So when you open it up, here's our prints that are in the inside, and wow, these are really nice prints. Nice stock that it's on too. And has some interesting characters in it, including She-Hulk, so wasn't expecting that. Then over here we have a Hulk Buster, which I talked about a little bit in the last episode. And Iron Man, oh wow. This might be the, I don't know, it's in front of the Avengers building. Very, very cool, very nice. And then you have this binder folder to be able to keep them in good condition. So that's why the box was so big, is to be able to fit those. And now with that, I am ready to start going through my magazines and building my parts. In volume 7, it's going to instruct us on how to build, it looks like more of one of the arms. It gets into the enemy inside, starts talking about ways in which the comic attempted to pull out some of the specific storylines in order to give more emotional meaning to Tony Stark. Alright, so that brings us to our first piece of the build. I think that all the parts I'm putting together today, for the most part, are tied to each other, so there's no reason for me to put them away afterwards. So it looks like the first thing that I'm going to be doing here is bringing out these parts like so. I got a couple pieces that are plastic, one piece that is metal. Again, they did a really good job of matching the two up. I'm guessing that this piece goes right here. That looks like it's part of the rockets. That's pretty cool. So, and then we have these screws right here. Again, some black screws, and I've got my screwdriver. So starting off here, it looks like what I have to do is take this piece right here, and I'm going to be connecting it by pressing it down on the forearm, because there are some tabs here, just like so. Wow, that looks nice. I like that. Already, I like that. Okay. Next, I'm going to be taking this and I'm going to be placing it on top, because this is obviously where the little rocket things come out, like that. And then I flip it over like this way, and I'm going to put in one BP screw, which goes right here, I think. Yep. So BP. I was kind of hoping that this actually would open up, or it would be doing something later, but it looks like we just fastened it on, so I guess not. Now, we're going to be taking our arm that we already built over here, this forearm piece, and I'm going to be joining that stage 1 assembly to the stage 2. So I take this like this, and then I'm going to be taking this like this. Alright, whatever. And then I'm going to be placing it like so. Oh, like that. And then take one of these DM screws. Oh, 2 of them in fact. I'm going to put 2 of them in like that. And then another one I'm going to put a little bit lower down. This is good engineering, so they're securing it in 2 places. There we go. All right, and now we got part of our arm is complete. All right, put that over with some of our other completed parts. We can see where this is all going to be working together later on, and so that's pretty cool. The second half of this one talks about the Stain Dynasty, worst of both worlds, as they're changing out the sign from Stark to Stain. Pieces of this were used for the first movie. And then we get into the Model 5. I can't remember if we did the Model 4 last time. This is all based on Iron Man Volume 1, number 128. And the next issue being Build the Iron Man's right forearm, which is right here. In Volume 8, we're continuing to build some of the arm, get into the fantastic adventures of Iron Man versus cosmic powers. This is the part of the trilogy that starts getting into the Infinity Stones, but the Soul Gems, in order to beat Thanos. I'm going to keep some of my extra screws over here. Now it looks like we're ready for part 8. Ooh, here's something to beware of. The screws are no longer inside of the cards. They're inside the bag. So if you go to toss the bag, you're going to be like, hey, I don't have any screws. And that would have been true. I've already had it happen twice now. So it would appear that the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking this metal part that I have. I've also got a plastic gold part again. I have what appears to be a joint and a joint cap and a rubber piece, which I think is also tied in with that joint. I don't know yet. So, at any rate, the first thing that I'm going to do is pretty simple. I'm just going to take this piece right here, and I'm going to just press it right on here using that peg, and stick it just like that. Then, I'm going to secure that with a BP screw. Alright, and then I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to be sliding it in here, like so, till I can kind of get a hole going here. And then I'm going to need another, a JP screw, which is right here, I think. And then I'm going to be hooking this in through the big hole on this side and through to the other. So, going all the way through, again, because if it's a joint, it appears, I'm going to do it as tight as I can without stripping it. There we go. So see, it can turn like this now. Very good. And then I want to put this plastic piece on just like this. So then I can take that and I'm going to slot it into the arm just like this. Okay. We're going to take the part that we created last time right here. We're just going to be joining that to this. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then we, this time we're going to be using EM screws. This is the last package of screws that I have for this. Again, I'm doing metal to metal this time, so no problem doing it as tight as I can. So our arm goes like this now, and then you also have this wrist joint that can go back and forth like this. So there's the hand. Now I'm not going to hook it on. I'm not going to be that antsy about it, but just so we can kind of see, generally speaking, it would go something like that. Huh? All right. So that's pretty good. We get to see where that would be in the magazine. And yeah, we didn't put on the hand, but whatever. Okay. Then we get into the history of the myth, 6 decades of metal, which this part's pretty cool. It's talking about all the different Iron Man versions, as well as some of the different styles of the comic that it's gone through. And then going from space to the water, the Hydro armor is introduced. This comes from Avengers Volume 1, number 177, and gets into the next issue, which is Build the Right Forearm and Elbow. This time we're going to be talking about the stealth armor and building another piece of the armor. I think by the time I'm done with this, I'll have most of the arm done. P is for Playboy. Getting into Tony Stark as a philanthropist and Playboy. Alright, so now we're ready for number 9, which is right here. And there's not. Actually, this time it looks like just have parts by themselves with nothing else screw-wise. And got some pieces. These look like our earpieces that we did earlier. No magnets. I have one of these, so. And this piece right here. I'm going to be actually grabbing my arm again, just like this. And I'm going to be grabbing this piece right here, which apparently fit into the assembly. Don't need screws, just snap it in, it says. So, okay. So here we go. Snapping it in. That snap sound makes you think you might have broke something. But no, it looks great. Looks really good. Okay, working so far. So that completes that part. Now, we're going to be assembling this next piece here. Which I guess is the elbow. That's what this little notch was. I was wondering what that was for before. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take these. Okay. So I'm putting R2 to R2, right? And so go like this. And let's see. Yep. Then I'm going to take that, I think. Oh, not now though. Oh, yes I am. Here we go. Up here, I'm going to take that part and I'm actually going to hook it on just like so. Yeah. So this is all pushed together parts, so we didn't need any type of, ooh, look at that. That's nice. Yeah, like that. That works so far. So, quite a few of these magazines seem to be covering a lot of the shield background. And then we get into the Iron Ninja, which was very cool. Wish they'd make that into the movie. Avengers Volume 1, number 224. And next we'll be building the right shoulder joint in Volume 10. This one gets into Iron Man 2. We also have the Hall of Armor down here. The introduction of War Machine, Black Widow. And now to construct the last part of today's build. This one came with some stickers, which I think I already know about. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. This is very interesting how they're going to use these. This time they did put the screws on the inside of the box, so that's interesting too. It's telling me to magnetize my screwdriver. They didn't give me a magnet for it, so you have to do that yourself. But there we go. So I'm guessing the reason why they put this on here was related to what happened to me the other day when we were doing the last shipment. The screwdriver stopped being magnetized. So these parts is this one right here that has this piece over here. And what we're going to be doing is applying some stickers. These stickers aren't decals or for decoration. Instead, what they're for is to act as almost a lubricant. I don't know how exact it has to be, but alright, there's one. Here's 2. And then I want to do the same thing over here on one side of these things. So I think the easiest way to do these is to kind of fold it inward, get the hole lined up like that, and then roll it out from the center. There we go. Yeah, okay. So there's 2 lines. They have to line up with those lines. So we want the lines on the bottom of this thing, like this. Then when I go on top of it, I'm fitting it in that way. We're gonna do the same thing here, I guess. I don't know. Seems fishy, but all right. Okay, so this goes like, and then like that. Yeah. So I feel like we got some disc brakes going on almost. All right, now we're going to be using an FM screw. So sticking it straight through here, like that. Try and screw it. Oh, there we go. Now it is. And so I can pose it. I can move it. I think one of the things I was initially concerned about with this size of this model was that the joints were not going to be able to be very stiff because it would be so heavy, but this kind of helps everything out. So it does turn. It does turn, but it also is made to hold itself in place. So very good. All right. Then Power the Whip, which is getting into what Iron Man 2 was supposed to be based off of. And this is all based off of Iron Man vs. Whiplash #1. And it looks like in the next issue, or in our next package, we're supposed to be starting to build the right shoulder joint. So that's it. I mean, we really have a lot of things that we've completed so far. So we've got the head now, we have the arc reactor, we have the foot, we have the hand, and then now we also have this arm. And I know it didn't say to connect these together, but at the same time, like our motto says, we do stupid things so you don't have to. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect it. Probably regret it later on, but oh, there it goes. Put the plate back on, and look at that. How cool is that? It's like a small child's hand and arm. So be sure to stay tuned and keep watching as we continue to work on this Iron Man. Want to thank Fanhome for providing us with this model to be able to review, but they also gave us a promo code. So if you're interested in purchasing this, use the code Tony Stark. Also, I'll continue to review these as they come out. So if you can't get it, you can also experience this by proxy. Remember to like, subscribe, comment below, keep watching. This is your Geek Fix.